2026 is the year of the pivot, and if you're not ready for it, then you're going to lose out on some great opportunities. But let's get started right out the gate. And if you've been waiting for the housing market to return back to normal, well, I have some news for you. 2026 is the new normal. But while the headlines are continually shouting about the interest rates moving up or down, the actual data is showing a massive window of opportunities that most buyers and sellers are missing. Today, I'm going to break down the three shifts that will define your equity this year. So stick around until the end, of course, because I'm also going to reveal what you can expect in Wednesdays with Walter in 2026. So let's get started. And from the buyer's reality, let's talk about interest rates. Interest rates were stagnant at best over the last year for buyers. And when you look at that in comparison to 2025, 2024, 2023, we really haven't gotten much better at all. So I would say it was volatile at best. But we're not really seeing that 3% interest rate of the past, the soon past back in the 20s. We are seeing rate predictability though. In 2026, buyers have more leverage to negotiate repairs and closing costs than they've had in many years. Don't also forget that mortgage buy downs and builder incentives are the primary way to actually buy a home right now and to win in this market as a buyer. But let's look at it from a seller's perspective. Let's talk about inventory levels that continue to grow, as well as homes are staying on the market for a lot longer than they used to. For sellers, 2026 is about precision pricing. You can't just throw a sign in the yard anymore and wait for a bidding war. Success this year is 100% dependent on the pre listing audit. If your home is a turnkey, buyers are walking. Look at things like refreshes, curb appeal, painting, updating finishes. These are things that will reflect in the price and they will reflect in a buyer's mindset on whether your home stands out in the competition against all of the other homes that are out there. Let's look at how Houston as an overall factor plays a role. As you know, in Houston, we have an increase in employment in regards to a couple different markets. When you start to think about oil and gas, when you start to think about tech industry, you got many companies coming here to the Houston area, which drives up those opportunities, not only in employment, but also in homes. So when you look at how we relate to the national forecast, it isn't always the same. And you have to keep that in mind that the national forecast and what we have going on here in Houston can be different. So let's look at 2026 as not being the year to be scared, but to be strategic. Buyers, get your buy box ready. Understand what your criteria is. And most importantly, sellers, focus on your presentation. If your home doesn't stand out, if it's not compelling, it's not selling. You have to make sure that your home stands out against the competition, especially if you want top dollar. Now, if you want my 2026 home value report for a specific neighborhood that maybe you live in, comment value below or click the link in the description. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll be doing a neighborhood by neighborhood breakdown in the coming Saturdays. So stay tuned to look for that on my channel. 2026 can be the year for your new journey to buy your new home or to start a new journey and sell your home. But you must pay attention to the keys in order to be successful and win. As always, I'm Walter. This is Wednesdays with Walter, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye bye now.